Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another car talk. Figure I would go into something that a lot of people fall into this trap. This trap I'm talking about is comparing your successes and your failures to others. And if you do either one, it could be limiting you from getting more growth. And I'm not talking about just in the gym. I'm not talking about just physique and nutrition. I'm just talking about in general. A lot of the online social media is like a highlight reel. And most social media accounts only want to show you their successes. Well, the problem with that is it's unrealistic. I've tried to do my best so far to show you the ups and the downs, the successes, the failures, the setbacks, the challenges. And if you go back and look at some of my shorts, I don't always get the weight that I want. I don't always get the reps that I want. But I think the key to constantly getting better is just applying yourself day in, day out. It's worked very well for me so far. I've had a lot of success with my physique, I think, and as well as my strength level where it's at currently. Am I the strongest man on the internet? No. But I don't compare myself to those people. They're not me and I'm not them. The only person I compare myself to is myself. And all I want to do is make sure that I'm offering up information that can be beneficial, show you guys a little bit of insight into how I do my training, my nutrition, just get you involved if you're not involved at all into, health and fitness. But I do think that is something that a lot of people will fall into, is they see, the Mr. Olympias, they see the guy. You go on Instagram, do not search the word fitness, because as soon as you do, it is literally a constant highlight reel of people in some crazy conditioning, and while I'm happy for them, they're also not showing everything else. They're not showing the behind the scenes. They're not showing, how many times they failed. And so it looks like they're constantly having nothing but success. And so it can be very, very deteriorating to your confidence, because you're thinking, wow, I'm having these issues, and it feels like nobody else I cannot relate to anybody else, because it looks like everybody else is just constantly winning. And that's the crazy part about the internet, right? Is it looks like everybody is constantly winning. And I just hope that in this message that you understand that if you're trying to achieve a real, truly difficult goal, it should not always be achievable and always be easy. And that is what I think is what gets a lot of people, is they have these huge goals, but they don't know how to apply themselves day in, day out to where it's manageable, to where you can actually see constant progress and getting closer to that goal. So what do I mean by that? Let's say, for example, that your goal is to lose weight. You just make a number in your head, whatever you weigh. And you say, I want to lose 50 pounds by the end of the year. Okay, there's going to be people out there, and you are also probably going to think, man, is this even possible? Set a realistic goal. So you want to lose 50 pounds in a year. how many weeks are there in a year? I believe there's 52, if my math is right. So that means a pound a week. So now we're doing math. Now we're breaking it down into a realistic expectation. And so when you break these things down, now you're starting to see how is it manageable. Okay, a pound a week. Now we have a smaller goal. Now we have a smaller goal. Now the goal is no longer 50 pounds in a year. Now the goal is a pound a week. And you're thinking, okay, so how do I get a pound a week? Well, let's look at nutrition. I can tell you right now, you'll never you'll never outwork a calorie surplus, especially a large one. You can do as much cardio as you think you want to, but I don't know if you know how much time you're going to spend on a bike or on any cardio equipment to burn off a hamburger, but you're about to be really shocked if you look it up. It's way easier to just put that food down or never even pick it up than it is to have to try to work backwards on it after you consume it. But I'm not trying to dive into weight loss here specifically, but what am I trying to get at? Understand compare yourself to your old self. This is the main focus of this video. Don't look at others as a way for you to see how far apart you are from them, right? How far ahead are they? Does not matter. Doesn't matter, because everybody, you're an individual. Your life is individual to you. The things that you're dealing with, where you're starting at, nutrition-wise, health and fitness-wise, how much time you can put into it. Just understand the more you put out, the more you get back, right? But don't compare yourselves to others and think, oh, I'll never reach that. Because now you just locked your own mind in a cage. You just put a limitation around your own head, in your own head of where you can reach. You just put a limitation on your mind. And while thinking, oh, that's unrealistic, I'll never be able to bench press 300 pounds. I'll never be able to squat 400 pounds. I'll never be able to deadlift 400 pounds, whatever your number is, right? Those are just typically like the big numbers that people start to recognize as being serious. Do not cage your mindset. Compare yourself to your old self. The only person that you have to compare to is yourself. So you go back and you look at yesterday. And you say, did I apply myself? Yeah, I got a majority of what I needed to get done. Okay, that's a win. Your whole goal is to have more wins than losses. Understanding that losses are going to happen. And then just to keep applying it. Consistency. Getting in, doing the same thing better than what you could before, even if it's marginal or at least the same. Try to maintain it, and then you just keep doing that over and over. And you look at your weekly progress and your monthly progress and your yearly progress, and you look around and you're like, holy crap, like I'm not the same individual that I was 6 months ago. Because months and years is what's going to really show the difference. And for example, I'll use my current progress since I started uploading. I started uploading at the end of November. You can look at the channel at the very top of my channel's page. It'll tell you when I started uploading, right? Because I made this channel and uploaded, I think, the day one or maybe the second day. Pretty soon after I started the channel, uploads came out, and I didn't know how far I was going to take the channel. I just wanted to show people, and I also wanted to track my own progress. I wanted to show people what I was currently doing. It was a way for me to track my progress. It was a way for me to just kind of have fun, right? Maybe get to meet more people. Started off at 230. I think my first weigh-in on the channel, when I first started the channel, I weighed 235. My first weigh-in on the channel, I weighed 233. And just in that short time frame, so you got December, January, February, March, April, May. So somewhere around the 5 to 6 months mark. I haven't even really hit half a year yet of uploading. And I've lost 22, 23 pounds. Maintaining as much muscle mass as I can. And that's the thing, is this stuff is not like you're not going to get the dream physique you want in a week. Especially if you haven't even started yet and you're, depending on how far away you are from your goal. So just understand that you're going to have to apply yourself for the long term. So figure out ways to make it work and only compare yourself to yourself. I'll see you guys on the next one.